A man types frantically at his keyboard in a dark room, illuminated only by the light of his computer screen. Outside, heavy rain pounds against the windows as thunder rumbles in the distance. In his panic, he knocks over his chair, but he doesn't notice. His eyes are fixed on the screen where a video file is slowly downloading. When it's done, he clicks on it. On the screen, a man smiles, but there's something wrong with his smile. It's too wide, revealing far too many teeth. He speaks, but something isn't right about his voice. It's too monotone, devoid of emotion. And as he speaks, the words appear on the screen below him, perfectly matching what he says. Subject 7, is that you? No. Subject 7 hasn't spoken before. No one has ever heard his voice. And yet here it is, typed out on the screen as he speaks. How is that possible? He goes on to speak about how much they've improved since his grandfather's experiments in 1947. Grandfather? What grandfather? Suddenly, the screen flashes. There's a loud crack, like thunder, and the video cuts off. The man on the screen is gone. And when the man tries to click on the video again, it's not there. It's been deleted from the server. But then he gets another email. He opens it. On the screen is the same pale man from the video, only now he seems different. Where before he was smiling, now he's smirking. Where before he was monotone, now he seems almost jovial. And as he speaks, the words are typed onto the screen below him. Did you enjoy the show? I have more tricks up my sleeve, if you know where to look. Catch you later, Doc. Before the man can respond, the window closes. He clicks on it again, but the video's gone. All he's left with is the words, if you want to play a game, and a website address. The man hesitates for a moment, then punches the address into his browser. As the page loads, the words come to life, and he sees a new video on the screen. It shows the pale man standing in a laboratory. Behind him are rows upon rows of glass tanks filled with what appear to be human heads. They float in a green liquid, and all of them are staring directly at the camera. Hello, Dr. Lennox. We've improved since your grandfather's experiments in 1947. Dr. Lennox, who's this guy talking about his grandfather's experiments? Who are these people? Who are you? In the video, Subject 7 explains that they're his subjects, his creations. He says he's been watching him, observing him, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And now he believes that moment is here. As the video plays, the man watches in horror as Subject 7 begins to walk towards him. With each step closer he takes, the heads behind him begin to writhe and thrash around in their tanks. Their mouths are all agape in silent screams. Subject 7 moves closer and closer to the camera until suddenly the image cuts out. All that's left on the screen is the words, "Would you like to play a game?" Just below it, a link titled, "Click here to start the game," beckons. With shaking hands, the man clicks on it, but it doesn't take him anywhere. He clicks on it again and again, but all he gets is an error message. Suddenly, the room he's in plunges into darkness. All he can hear is the sound of the rain outside and the faint hum of his computer. Then the words appear on the screen. Are you enjoying the game so far? Below that, a new link appears. Click here to continue. He clicks on it and the video starts playing again. This time, Subject 7 is closer than ever before. His face fills the entire screen. His eyes seem to bore into the viewer. His smile is wide and predatory. Why are you still here? He asks. Don't you want to play a game? Before the man can respond, the video cuts off. When he looks back at the screen, the words say, "It's time for you to play." He reaches out to click on the video, but the screen goes black, and he feels something wet trickle down his leg. He looks down in horror to see that his bladder is leaking. Then he hears a voice behind him, "Having fun?" The man jumps in fright and spins around. Standing in the doorway is the pale man from the video. He smiles, revealing far too many teeth. "Enjoying the game?" he asks again. The man screams and tries to run, but the door locks behind him. The pale man approaches him, a twisted grin on his face. "You're the prize," he says. As the man cowers in the corner, the pale man removes his shirt, revealing a horrifying array of scars and strange symbols on his skin. Then he does something that makes the man's blood run cold. He rips off his own face, revealing a skull underneath. With a sickening crunch, the man puts his face back on and advances on the cowering man. "I'm Subject 7, he says, "and now it's time for you to join my collection." The man screams as Subject 7 grabs him by the throat and drags him towards his collection of heads in their tanks. As he looks around, he sees that the facility is in shambles. Papers are strewn everywhere, equipment is smashed, and there are strange symbols drawn on the walls. Subject 7 throws the man into a nearby tank. The man struggles to keep his head above the green liquid. "Who are you?" he gasps. "What did my grandfather do to you?" Subject 7 leans close to him, his breath hot and fetid. "You don't remember me?" he asks. "We were close once." The man shakes his head, trying to clear the water from his eyes. "I don't remember anything," he croaks. Subject 7's face contorts in rage. "You'll remember," he snarls. "You'll remember everything." The man struggles against the restraints that are holding him down. "What are you doing?" he screams. "Get off me!" Subject 7 steps back and grins. "This is only the beginning," he says. "Now I'm going to show you a little trick I learned from your grandfather." The man struggles in vain against the restraints as Subject 7 removes his face again and begins to chant in a strange language. The man screams for help, but no one comes. He's trapped in this place with these monsters, and as Subject 7 chants, he begins to feel himself losing consciousness. Suddenly, the chanting stops. He looks up to see Subject 7 grinning down at him. "Here's a little special treat," he says. "Your last memory." And then the world goes black. The next thing the man knows, he's in a sterile white room hooked up to various machines. A nurse is checking his vitals. She looks up and sees that he's awake. "Oh, you're awake," she says. "Good. How are you feeling?" "Where am I?" he asks. "What happened?" "You had an accident," the nurse says. "You hit your head pretty hard. I'm surprised you lived, to be honest." He looks around the room. "Where's Subject 7? he asks. The nurse's eyes widen in surprise. "Subject 7, she repeats. "Oh, you mean the test subject? He's gone. We lost him a few days ago." The man frowns. "What do you mean you lost him? What happened to him?" The nurse looks away. "He escaped," she says quietly. "But it's okay. They're sending in a new batch of test subjects today, so we'll have someone new to experiment on." The man recoils in horror. "Experiment on? What are you doing here? What are you doing to him?" The nurse's eyes narrow. "What do you know about Project Prometheus, she asks. "How much do you remember?" The man looks at her, confused. "Project Prometheus," he repeats. "I don't know anything about a Project Prometheus." The nurse's face hardens. "Really," she says, "because it seems to me like you were one of the lead scientists on the project. You were the one who developed the serum that gave us our abilities. You were the one who recruited the first batch of test subjects. You were the one who oversaw it all." The man stares at her, stunned. "I don't understand," he whispers. "I don't remember any of that." The nurse leans close to him, her eyes boring into his. "That's because Subject 7 took your memories," she says. "He took your mind and made it his own." The man screams as he realizes the truth. He's not just trapped in this place with monsters. He is one of the monsters. As he struggles against his restraints, the nurse steps back and watches him with a sad smile on her face. "I'm sorry," she says, "but there's no escape for you now. You're one of us, whether you like it or not." The man screams as he's dragged away to join the other test subjects in their tanks. He can hear the nurse's laughter echoing behind him as he fades into the darkness. The last thing he sees is a whiteboard covered in strange symbols and equations. One of the equations reads, "Human consciousness equals Project Prometheus times infinity." As he loses consciousness, he understands. There is no escape. They will never stop.